These boys are in the playoffs. That's all that matters. And they gonna knock off the Lakers. I said it. You hear to hear first. America, the Lakers are done. All right? That's all the take I got.
Like I don't know if the Lakers are done. I do expect the series to be a little bit harder than people expect it to be, because you got a lot of people expecting the it's actually people like Laker fans saying, "Oh, they're going to get them out in 4, like they're going to sweep them." Like the reason why a lot of you having some people pick Portland to beat the Lakers is because of how bad the Lakers have been looking and how bad they've been playing. They can't score. You know what I mean?
And I'll tell you one thing better, or one thing to add to that. Yes, in reality, they're probably going to win, the Lakers, but we need to put some respect on my man Dame in the Trailblazers. These boys did give, granted, it was a semi-depleted Golden State team. They gave them boys problems. They went, didn't they go 6?
No, they got swept last year.
No, one year they didn't get swept though. What year?
I think that might have been the year when they blew the 3-1 lead, Golden State in the finals, because people forget Steph got hurt that first round and he came back against the Blazers. He had to come back early because the Blazers were beating him.
Right. Okay. That was a series. Either way,
yeah.
I think that team, if again, Dame and CJ have to be on. But they can give teams problems if they're on. And I mean, let's talk about the dark horse, the X factor on that team, Melo. Melo always gives LeBron problems. And Melo's game is a game that ages well because it's built on shooting and skill. It's not about being the fastest, being the most athletic. It's about I can still hit these jumpers from wherever I want to. I think all of that combined, I mean, I said it before, if they going to win a championship, the Lakers, AD has to be the best player in the world. I've said it, and I'm on record for saying that he has to be the best player in the world. But I do think it'll be closer because Dame seems motivated. Melo seems motivated. And, I mean, between those two and CJ coming in, hitting buckets, they have a puncher's chance. I'll say that. Puncher's chance.
Yeah, they do. They do. And the big contrast is going to be you have a team that's all offense, because Portland doesn't play any damn defense.
None. Not even a little bit.
Right. Not even a little bit. All offense against a team that struggles to score. But if you don't play defense, they can get rolling and it can be a tougher game than people expect. But I do see one thing, though, that I see what Skip Bayless is doing.
Oh, Skip!
And this got a lot of attention on Twitter, more than I expected it to be, because I didn't at nobody, anything. People just read it. But I see what you're doing, Skip. Skip has been bashing Dame Lillard all week, right? And all he's doing is putting fuel to the fire for Dame. Because at the end of the day, his primary target is still LeBron. And all he wants is
there
Dame.
There may be a man alive that dislikes LeBron James more than Skip Bayless.
Dame ain't the type of dude just back down from a challenge.
No.
He sees all of this.
No, he's not going to back down.
He's been using his motivation. He missed them 2 free throws, got 50, 60, 40. 30, he's not playing.
We got, and that's the thing. We gotta start. There's not many people that get talked about with the Mamba mentality. We may have to start giving that to Dame because he got hot and was like, "Watch what I do." It was impressive. It was impressive to watch him work again. Still taking the super long bombs, but again, it's impressive to watch your man go when he motivated, man. I think Skip will literally be talking about it for months. if he can motivate Dame to take LeBron loses to the 8th seed in the first round. Because if it was to happen, you can never, ever put LeBron in the discussion with the GOAT ever again. If you lose to an 8th seed with Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, Anthony Davis on your squad, and you are looked at as top 2 potentially all time, I don't care if you're 45 years old. If you lose to Dame Lillard, CJ McCollum, Melo and company, bruh, you will no longer be in the GOAT conversation. I don't care what else you do. So I think that's something that Skip would love to see happen.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's doing. I'm motivating Dame to knock off the Lakers in the first round because if LeBron loses in this first round, he can go hammer time on LeBron. That's a week's worth of ratings right there.
At least.
At least.
Oh man.
Like
and he'll just be happier. He'll just be happy.
Yeah, like I know what he's doing.
Happier person.
I see exactly what he's doing. Because he's coming at Dame, and then it's like it's kind of genius on his part because if Dame loses, I can just keep bashing Dame like I've been doing.
He's an evil genius.
Yeah,
it's a perfect plan.
It's the perfect plan. I can bash Dame and motivate him, and if he beats LeBron, like I can just smoke LeBron like I want. And if he loses, I can just keep smoking Dame like I've been doing. Like it's I see the plan. Skip ain't fooling me. Like Skip was like, because everybody saw Skip just getting on Dame, and everybody like, oh Skip, shut up. And Skip, what are you talking about? And Skip like, quit hating on Dame and blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, I see exactly what he's doing. Because let's be honest, like I've been telling people, because Dame is a dog. Dame been balling, but
facts.
Skip is not all wrong about Dame, and I'm a Dame Lillard guy. I've been saying it for the last few years. Dame, like, after the first round, has not shown or even done anything close to what he does in the first. Second round, Western Conference Finals, he kind of disappears.
I do feel like there's something to be – I'll tell you right now, and I'll tell you what it is to me. I don't know if Dame would agree with this, but I feel like this is the Curry effect. And I say that because to me, Curry's made a career off of I can just shoot threes and dominate you. And that's fine. But what people, and we talked about it a little bit last week, even with that, we have to understand something about, number one, he also moves around more than most people who play on the ball. He moves around a lot. He comes off screen. So he gets easier shots than just pull-ups from 35 feet. Also, I think he shoots at a better clip than most, and in the playoffs, he still is firing on all cylinders. Dame, to me, in my opinion, should really be attacking the paint more. I want to see him be a little more aggressive because if your shot's not dropping, and I've seen games where, like, it's just not dropping. He's not on, whatever. It's like, get in the paint. Do something different, or drive and kick. You actually have shooters. Do more of that shit. Give a different look to the defense so it's not just, oh, I'm going to just do this. They start blitzing Curry. He's just like, all right, Draymond, bring it up.
Right.
So bring it up.
Right. Or I'll dump it to Draymond when the blitz comes. And that's the biggest thing. And this is why I expect the Lakers to do this. The reason why Dame doesn't do as much after that first round is because now he starts getting treated like Steph.
And he can't handle it. He hasn't handled it well.
Right. So I think he's gotten better because like it was a time when he just couldn't handle, okay, well, when they do a screen and roll, we're gonna blitz you and trap you and get the ball out your hands and let's now see you be effective. Or when the Pelicans swept them, it was like, okay, we know you're gonna look for the three. So we're gonna put our best defender on you, Drew Holiday, which he said is the best defender in the league on him. And If you get by him, I got Anthony Davis waiting for you. But we're going to trap you. We're going to do all right. He hasn't been able to adjust like Steph has been able to adjust to that type of defense, and that's why he struggles. So I expect the Lakers, maybe not game 1 or 2, but I expect them to kind of do the same thing that most teams do in the second and third round on Dame, which is start trapping them and getting them stopped early, because you see teams already starting to double team them now, like a half court. Oh, throw it to Gary Trent Jr. Like, we'll let him beat you. Like, if y'all going to beat us, he is going to have to do it.
And that's the thing. Like, you're right. If they're going to lose, it's going to be based off of that. It's not going to happen at all if it's Gary Trent time.
Right. If it's Gary Trent time.
If it's Gary Trent time, you might as well back up now and go home. I mean, maybe CJ time. Shit, maybe Melo time. If it's Gary Trent time,
and that's one thing that Terry Stotts is going to have to do as a coach. When they like, okay, this is how they treating Steph. It's like, okay, like you said earlier, like we're going to have to let Draymond bring it up or Iggy bring it up. Let's try to get Steph moving around to get him more open. Terry Stotts hasn't done that yet. Like, the only thing he can do is like let CJ go cook like he did yesterday. Because once CJ started cooking, it's like, all right, now we going to double both of them? We can't do that. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see. But I do see the game Skip is playing with Dame and the Lakers. Like, Skip is going to be watching every second of every minute of those games when they start playing.